All right, everyone, we are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show, and joining me as usual is none other than my co-host Noble.
Good morning, if you could call it that. How's the evening in America?
It's
Not too
going
bad, not too bad. I
going
mean,
pretty
it's
yeehaw. That's it's gonna go
well, it's
pretty yeehaw fantastic there, boy.
it's getting close to the end of August, so now the sun is starting to set later and later, which is a bummer.
And cold.
Does that mean people are finished and done and dusted firing off their AA-12s?
So what?
It's an automatic shotgun.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's a fun idea. But you know what? It is a good morning for me, and finally, I have made it through non-stop rain for 5 days in a row. The sun is out.
Yay! You dry yet?
Yeah, I'm dry now. It's great. I missed what the sun looks like. It's like I've forgotten what it looks like for the last 5 days. It's crazy. But yes, joining us today on the show, we have Avira.
hello. What's up, guys? Great to be back as always. How do I turn my thing on here? Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Nope, is it
Now
working?
you're basically all.
Kinda, almost.
What is bro doing?
Oh no, it's the void. There it goes.
Oh, it's the.
Yes.
It's an orange doggo.
Hi, guys.
Stare into the void, and the void stares back as an orange doggo.
Yeah.
I have come from the void. But yeah, well, happy Friday, everyone, or whatever day it is for you when you're listening to this. And yeah, can't wait to get this on.
It's time. And joining us, we also have Jill.
How's it going, guys? For today's topic, there's something I'm just ready to unload on. Oh
Well,
yeah.
We've got plenty of those going into this week.
So stay
And-
tuned because I'm just itching to talk a lot of shit about Volkswagen.
Oh, well, you say that. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Don't you worry. No spoilers, though. But right now, we have something there's been a lot of things happening in the furry world. A couple of things happening in the furry world of late to start with. And right now, we've had a convention announce something for going into 2026. So, a bit of background. The convention in question is
Ooh.
Texas Furry Siesta. Well, this year they had their con, August 14th to 17th. We passed that this year. Theme, Angels and Demons. Very interesting choice, but that's not the thing there
I
yet.
think it might have something to do with a particular popular TV show on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Truly
Truly a
Yeah.
mystery.
Perhaps.
We'll get to that too.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's truly a
maybe
mystery.
so. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is something I'm not getting here that they mentioned that. But there is something that they Texas Free Fiesta has announced for their 2026 convention, and it's the theme and the timing. And what we're going to find here is, oh yeah, it's real. It's real. Well, Furry
What
Siesta.
in the world?
What the
In
crap is this?
2026, they have announced their theme is Beacons of Pride, and the time is June 19 to 21, 2026.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is this, man? Keep your political crap out of furry. This is so annoying.
Yeah.
I can't stand this trash.
Yeah, it's like how many years, have people been going on with pride flags, this and that and whatnot? Sure, it's cool and all, but to keep your shit to yourself, because God fucking damn it, I mean, it's been going on for fucking years now, and we're pretty fucking tired.
So are they going to have like baseball bats or just pure firearms available for people to start killing each other with?
Well, it ain't the Hunger Games, if that's what
No,
we're asking.
It's Pride Month, dude. The weapons that you're suggesting are not degenerate or sick enough.
Some kind.
Oh, right. They'd have to like slap dildos and stuff on them to make them more appropriate, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, just like the
Mm.
green one they threw at a basketball match too.
Mhm.
You guys know
Right.
what you're talking about, right?
I mean, still. But you're right though. This is a This represents the latest trajectory that furry conventions at large are basically heading into. And of course, it's definitely a decision to change the timing to host it in June, just to celebrate that month.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're
Okay.
trying to get a little bit
There's
more.
several. Yeah.
Sorry. They're trying to get a little bit more
No, you're good.
broader reaching, would be my guess. The downside is I don't think they realize the type of people they're trying to pander to, or yeah, they haven't shown to be very accepting.
Yes.
No, if anything
Oh
else,
no.
like no, like there's an upside and a down thing to this though. Like if by being like overtly in your face, we're basically all in with the gay shit sort of thing. Like, I mean, for one, like you're gonna have to you're gonna look at things like attendance numbers and that, because if they had 2744 this year, like do you think people are gonna be put off like with the over gayness of it all?
No, because they're going for the whole woke thing, it's probably going to attract a significant portion.
Yeah,
Only for all
considering
to backfire down the line.
the majority
Again.
of the community has that sort of bent.
I mean,
Well, it does definitely put me off because seeing this, yeah, granted, there are a lot of furs that are not necessarily straight, including myself, but to make it all about this radical political movement, beacons of pride, well, what does that have to do with dressing up as an anthropomorphic animal? Literally nothing. I mean, prideful in yourself, I guess, but like it's goofy. And
nothing.
for one, I'm not going to go to TFF. Screw that.
Not only that, but also the fact that they're like a couple of years outdated on that stuff too. Like, we're done. We're past that point already.
It just makes you
The
wonder.
fatigue.
No, it just makes you wonder how many dingos are basically going to try and be bold enough to flash this in the month of June. How many cons are going to be bold enough to do this sort of shit?
Well, there's only that one, right? Because Anthrocon is in July. Always
Right.
has been.
Right,
certain
because-
conventions take place during certain like set dates. Like Fur Park is always Halloween. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
they
also
they
the
they're
fact
live
too.
streams that one because
I
I
have
think they
to
know that.
ask:
Yeah, go on.
when is someone going to do an Islamic themed Farrakhan?
Good question.
Bonus
No,
points
no, I don't
if
think
they
so.
hosted that in the month of Ramadan.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I don't know many Muslim furries, to be honest. There's probably a few out there, but I don't know many. Plus, they would not be so keen on the whole LGBT LMNOP stuff.
That's the thing. I know it's a bit of an odd thing because when you say Islam and all that stuff, it kind of flashes back to the thing like I know Islamic values and the whole Disney and LGBT stuff is at odds with each other. We know that. And with current furry, oh yeah, now that's gonna be a spectacle to watch. Bring me my popcorn, please.
What about the salt? I thought Jot was all about the salt.
Open
He
the
needs the
salt
salt
mines, for
popcorn.
fuck's sakes.
Oh no, the salt goes on the popcorn.
Oh, I know. For that, we need the salt mines.
Right. I mean, I honestly think it would be an absolutely funny thing if we had like an Islamic themed Furcon with that sort of thing.
You
Hosted
see-
it in the month of Ramadan and all that other stuff. It's just
Oh no.
honestly-
Here's the thing, Jolt. If there was if I were to host a Islamic themed furry con, it would be very much about Islamic values. We would ban all the gays.
Well,
all
I mean,
of that crazy shit.
to avoid a free
Every
flight from the
woman
roof.
has to be accompanied. Every woman has to be accompanied by a man and or handler.
and I think you have all the female suits at that would have to be dressed appropriately.
Oh,
With,
God.
Indeed,
yeah.
yes. No exposure. Indeed. If you ruin the magic, you get beheaded. And that's just part of our values, as an Islamic convention. Or a proper stoning, depending on the severity of the crime against Allah, praise be him and Muhammad as prophet. And yeah,
Right.
that would be the Islamic convention, yay
And
Palestine. That would go
You know
fucking
what?
on
bonkers, man.
Fridays,
Yeah, you
as
know
they,
what?
as is their want, we will have our prayer hour where we basically bow the heads to Mecca.
Not only that, but
Indeed.
also we're forgetting the most important part too would be a deployment of U.S. Marines.
Like the war just starts in the middle of
We have a lot of kill.
we're trying to smuggle barrels of like baby oil or something out of there. Holy shit. Or just regular
Oil?
oil, I don't know.
You heard him, guy. He said oil. Time to bring in the army too. Let's also bring the air force as well too.
All right.
Hey,
Anyways,
even
back to back to like the main story here. I think that they're going too far with this. The whole beacons of pride during Pride Month. Like, it's not even about furry anymore. It's about this political ideology. See, that's where it loses me there. We have conventions that, like, our buddy went to a pirate themed furry convention. That's awesome. Everyone was, dressed up in fursuit, but, and also pirate themed characters. It was groovy. But it wasn't it wasn't a pirate convention. This sounds like, oh, beacons of pride during a Pride Month. That does not sound like a furry convention whatsoever. It's not. There's not even like a furry pun in the name, which most of the time, we love our puns. There typically is. Noble, and any thoughts on this matter?
I honestly think it's ridiculous. It sounds like it's going to. Their advertisement would suggest that this is Pride first and Fur second.
guys,
Yep.
it's not only that, but we're also forgetting about a couple of other subgroups too, like the pup masks and the Therians too.
I think if you
Which-
really want to dig into this so far, one needs to really look at all that stuff. Like one can only imagine what they're gonna put into the scheduling of it, because it's not gonna be too hard to say that this is just gonna be an over glorified 3-day pride parade.
Yeah,
Which
it's
it
going to be
probably
the
most
kind of
likely
crap
will
that
be.
it's going to be the kind of crap that we tried to escape from, and then this whole convention is about that. Like, if you're into it, go have fun, do your shit. But as a furry, like, this is kind of insulting. So whoever's running TFF, like, they're taking this shit way too far. And yeah, every other panel is gonna be some kind of gender theory, my trans coming out, and all that crap. Like, I bet you there's gonna be more panels about that kind of stuff than there is actual, like, fursona exploration, or like uh, animal related, furry themed things that, like, we would normally see, like, art lessons or something.
How to make
Yeah,
plushies.
I think it's going to be mostly just like uh, narcissists talking about their gender theory to each other and barking in echoes. I think that's what this is going to be. It's not going to be a furry con. It's weird. It's too far.
Therians.
Well,
Oh, you
yeah,
Therians.
I mean, I guess. But the Therians, they don't have like an ideology that's been infiltrating like media and society for the last decade and a half or so. It hasn't gotten crazy. Therians are just Therians, man.
I mean, Therians, they're their own. They're usually just their own thing, do their own stuff, and basically do the whole. Yeah, they just basically wear these weird masks and do quadrobics. Remember that one?
Oh no,
Yes,
not the
yes.
Russians.
Oh God.
Well, all right, guys. Question: would you rather go to Beacons of Pride or a Therian convention if there was one?
I would
Ah,
stay home.
yeah, neither.
Okay, that
Right.
is a
I
good
mean,
point.
honestly,
Valid.
I would not blame you if you chose to go to the Therian one because it's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah, it is. Like, it's like furry on a different level. It's interesting. So shit, I might check it out. I mean, I'm not a
I mean, of
Therian,
course.
but
I mean, like with all that though, if double stuff, if it's basically hosted in Mother Russia, where where it's just all these weirdo, where they have all these weirdo masks, but
I thought the whole Russian thing was more of a traditional sort of
but it's just
thing,
weird
not
because the whole Therian thing with all the quadrobics is just basically what, like teenage girls and what have you.
uh, No, I mean there's probably a bunch of those, but I think there's probably more of a dynamic that leans towards like older-ish men, maybe like 20s and 30s and stuff. Like probably still into theory and stuff because I know it's very popular with women though. They like the whole
True.
cat girl thing, I guess.
Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah.
interesting. I think it's more common in Japan. I want to say I should do some studies on this.
Japan,
Yeah,
like they
maybe.
have the
Yeah.
whole kimono thing, and you know what? And everybody would know you would rather go to a Japanese kimono con than any of those options combined.
Agreed. Yeah.
Right.
Some of them actually look pretty good as well too. Anyways, Jolt, I mean, let's also move on to the next topic on our list too.
Right, like considering, but yeah, just to quickly wrap this segment up, it's just a bit of an odd and worrying precedent that Furcons are basically heading to that trajectory, and well, what would be left? Like a sensible Furcon would just basically stick to themes that people you know would actually enjoy, and basically bring out the marvel of the whimsy and all of that of a furry that lets that space to be brought out.
Yeah,
You get what
like
I'm trying to say.
yeah, like holy shit,
Right, like
No.
as it was earlier, our friend went to a pirate themed con with furry puns and all that. That's actually some decently good,
yeah,
whimsy and design space.
fantasy, not fucking LGBT bullshit,
Right, exactly. Fantasy, science fiction, all that stuff. Looking through history, or even other stuff like everyday things. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would actually work. Or even heck, a lot of things. Even the cinema, because we got it good with furry movies. But speaking of cinema and all that, this is basically the great segue to what's next with and I do hate to be the bearer of bad news because this is what's wrong with current furry. So what we have is a little series called The Furry Detectives.
Ooh.
Now, if I
Yeah.
understand correctly, this wasn't done by furries. This is just more outsiders coming in and trying to expose the underbelly, as we say in Australia.
Well, I mean, I hope. I mean, if you're making something, better be good, And
So
what are those reviews? Holy shit!
wait,
Yes,
what is it?
Avira?
Is this a TV series? Yeah.
It's a supposed documentary with a season, and
Oh, it's a
apparently
documentary.
Noble, you might know more about this because it's a couple of episodes in.
Oh
Hmm.
boy.
I think they've all been released for this one, so they might be targeting another group next. But judging by the reception rate, can you hit refresh on your webpage?
I'm just on the Rotten Tomatoes page right now and looking at the reviews.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be that this whole documentary is poorly created and it's not appropriate for the
It's very
for what it is.
ill-informed too. I can see that.
Ill-informed.
I haven't
Right.
watched it myself yet, but I've got the suspicious feeling that this is going to be one of those high drama little show things where they don't actually cover anything of serious, anything serious.
I mean, look, the general overall experience I can see about the furry fandom is that if you're gonna really, go down that route, you better be, way better informed too, because, well, as much as we've seen over the years, I mean, you gotta have a good, sanity to go through all the furry drama.
The curse was it the Curse of Oak Island? The Curse of Oak Island, that TV show. I got a feeling it's going to be like that, or anything like the Bigfoot documentaries.
Oh, great!
Where they're constantly pumping the drama. It's like you have to keep watching, but they never answer the damn question.
It's kind of like a cash grab.
Now, even one of the more supposed critic reviews of the furry detectives believes that this is also like a poorly made, so that it's incomprehensible sort of thing, that there's just no meat or good storytelling in it.
Wait, does William Shatner make an appearance in this?
It's
Honestly, you think a furry movie is gonna get like some even like not even a a B list a D lister.
Either that, or maybe like Boombox says over here too. That's Hollywood. It's going to be absolute crap. Well, my biggest suspicion about it all is because well, in a bit of a side news, Activision's getting their shit ripped apart, and so why? And I don't think
Now,
Hollywood is too far down the list for that.
here's the thing that basically baffling to a lot of us here. We all know right now it's that furries going more and more mainstream, and that now it's the mainstream thing to attempt to make a documentary about furries, and
the
that's something I find a bit baffling because a lot of the things is just basically like what you got furries doing furries, insiders doing furry stuff, or God forbid, or where it all started back, where the notoriety started back with CSI, which is enough said about that. We all kind of know.
Look,
the
there's definitely people in the furry community that you could make a very long-winded documentary about if you took it seriously, but I don't think AMC is going to have done that properly.
well that, and there's also a lot of like shade being tossed up and down and whatnot too. So yeah, so let's say the details can go on for miles, and well, your sanity at the end of it all is going to be turned into a fine powder.
Yeah, right. Because honestly, like if it when it comes to doing a whole sort of furry thing, it's better like it's just better to do something as little as what's it called as like in as record as like doing a live recording at an event. Like remember that one episode on the say what's it called on Lucifer where they recorded at a FurCon,
Yeah,
something
look,
along those lines.
if AMC had decided to only do like a 30-minute episode on the one guy and then move on to somebody else and someone, there's going to be a nice long list of people that could turn around and tear through, especially that fursuiter made. Oh, let's go with the term used plushies.
Oh, not that dude. Yeah. Nasty. Is he still
Yeah.
alive?
Can
He's
you
gotta be,
imagine
like,
a
in
full
his 70s
30-minute
by now,
episode
right?
on him?
Yeah, there's been documentaries already made about him, like online. Like that's what I'm saying. It's all over the place.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like more official news media, like AMC
Yeah.
having an episode purely on him.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, that'd be gnarly.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh,
But as it stands, though, I think like we really. Oh no,
Sorry.
no. I know we can dig into a lot of notorious characters in furry. Yes, the pizza
The
Jesus.
guy.
boombox. Don't forget the pizza guy. That's what I was laughing at.
I know. Me too.
Gross. No, we should not name them. But in regards to this, the furry detective, I just don't have any interest in this, like really at all. I've seen so many documentaries about the furry fandom that have been made over the years, like the short segments, or just like the longer ones that have been delved into, and they're all the same. So it's just they will talk about the same stuff. Oh yeah, it started in the 80s with the sci-fi
Right.
cons, and then there was this, and then they just go through the history, and like they all are basically the same. And then like they
And
interview some furs and like interview like kages, and it isn't like a bunch of them. There's like a dozen of them out there, so they're all pretty much the same for me. I don't think I really care to see another one. I don't know. It doesn't unless they talk about people that like I know personally, then it doesn't really matter.
and not to mention, like it all seems to delve into the whole, furries are still misunderstood, blah blah blah,
Oh
they
yeah,
probably will
they all
still take
reference the
the
same things.
and and they will still probably take that very same angle even in the freaking current year of 2025. And
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, weird.
and I
Like,
still think that
yeah.
they're still, what, no, that at the end of the day, no matter how many documentaries they really kind of do, they're still gonna take the whole same thing, and it's like looks like understanding furry is basically just gonna be like in a sort of like a stasis sort of thing.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
the reason I would oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because like I was seeing here that Boombox posted another banger. This is
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be a drinking game. Could you highlight that one, Jolt? It's gonna be a drinking game. Well,
Drinking game of what? What are the rules?
no, let's just say if you watch, like the furry documentaries, every time you cringe, you drink. Sound good?
Oh goodness. Well, that's called no. You should have to sign a waiver for that because you're gonna die. No, basically, dude. Like, as you know, I don't know if anyone else has done this, but I've basically just like binge watched all the furry documentaries that I can find over like the history of the years because I'm interested in the fandom. I want to see what happened, where it all started. What other people are saying about us, and of course, some of my buddies were like on TV and shit. Like, I want to like check that out. Uh, but it just got boring, like it's over the years. So I don't know if this is gonna be all that exciting, unless like they mention me
It's,
specifically.
I mean,
Avira,
it's all going to be a cash grab over and over again. Like, it doesn't matter who gets mentioned, it's like, it, it's going to be a complete clusterfuck. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but a lot of furries interested in the history would still probably watch it. So
Agreed.
maybe it's
Yeah.
good. I haven't seen it yet, so I really don't have anything else to say about it. I'm just not really interested. I don't know. Maybe hopefully it's good, but I don't know.
I mean, that's what we all hope. We hope that they're cooking, but
Well,
sometimes the stuff they
unfortunately,
make is mid.
it's more like they cooked, but what they ended up cooking was basically a plate of burnt food.
Yeah, exactly.
So remember, the
Whoops.
reviews are still something to go by, and it looks like people don't seem to be impressed with it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But besides that, though, I think I kind of am just it's just such a shame that furry documentaries are just in the state they are. Like, and this is also exactly why like furries basically just want to tiptoe around a whole around a gazillion other elephants in the room too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, like the official ones, because you can find, like I said, over a dozen of them online. But the ones that they actually show, um, with proper, I guess, news channels or the whatever,
Don't
or
tell me
programs
about
like
it.
this. Well, like they've had episodes like on TV where they document like the behavior of furries over the years. Not documentaries per se, but stuff like that in the mainstream. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again,
Right.
no,
that's true.
they just always publish these articles up left and right all the time. Think they ever always get the full picture, but nobody can ever get the full picture of the entire furry fandom as is. There's always so much bullshit going on that it's near impossible to keep up with.
Mm, yeah.
Anyhow, Joel, what's next on the topic?
I've got let's shift over from the furry items now into something a little bit different this time.
Oh boy.
Now, we're going to take a trip to what would be what passes for the modern car industry nowadays.
Oh boy.
And I think the latest car firm to come across the
What the fuck?
crosshairs. Yes, the latest car firm to come into the crosshairs is Volkswagen, who is they want you to pay a Netflix style subscription to unlock extra EV power, and that can be a slippery slope.
Are you fucking serious?
Wait, who? What the what? Now, hold on a minute. What in the bonkers? You have
Exactly.
to emergency. Wait, hold on.
Optional power
Hmm.
upgrade fee on two cars. On two fucking cars.
Right, an optional power upgrade fee on two cars. The performance
Holy
upgrading increases power
shit.
by 27 brake horsepower, and of course, it's a subscription package. So, what's this going to be?
No.
No, right, no, right.
Oh my fucking god.
Right, so Volkswagen will make customers pay an additional fee to unlock the full power of the ID3 Pro and ID3 Pro S, and we're paying them, £16.50 per month to get the full, the full 228 horsepower.
Holy shit! Ah,
Wait,
this
so
is
if you don't pay that, then what happens? It turns off.
it.
The
How does that work?
basically
It just
yeah.
it just becomes a piece of shit.
Right. If you don't pay the thing, basically the car's onboard computer reverts to the setting of the locked power, and
It's a
it
fucking
powers
No
the
setting.
car.
freaking way! What the heck, dude? That is creepy.
That is an actual
No
fucking cash
way!
cow over there. Holy shit!
That's nuts. That the
Oh,
computer can fucking do that? Like, dude, what? That is
you,
stupid.
you
No
do know,
way.
you do know people are gonna fuck with that. That's a given.
If you can hack into the system, I guess, but
Well,
I don't
worse.
know.
Well, they can do much worse than that. I can guarantee you that. I could even imagine what people would be willing to do.
I can imagine a lot of things that people would be willing to do because remember, like an electric car is basically just what a lot of batteries and a lot of computers, and people are either going to try and jailbreak the car, or B, they can either try and crank up the power of the batteries to raise the power output, and then what?
I have a third option that's my
Mhm.
favorite. You know what it could be, Jolt?
Okay.
You could convert it into a gas engine vehicle, and don't have to worry about on any of this shit.
Right, putting an old petrol engine and making it a hybrid would be an even
Yeah, will
an
make more
ample
sense.
solution.
Or just full on gas like that.
Yeah.
That would be even better.
Does anybody remember back when we just had to worry about heated seats not functioning in vehicles? If you didn't pay.
Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, I
Mm.
remember
Because
those days.
those are basically optional extra accessories, and God forbid if you wanted to remember back in a couple of years back, I think it was like if you wanted the functionality of those heated seats, you have to BMW I think was notorious for this because you had to subscribe to those heated seats. And if you
And
didn't, and if you couldn't
Mhm.
upkeep your subscription, the computer would just basically shut off the functionality to those heated seats.
Yeah, yeah, that's intrusive for sure.
it's the fucking definition of a cash cow. Holy shit.
I'm kind of curious why someone would want to buy a vehicle that monitors your sex life.
It says
Yeah.
over here.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
point.
God.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that's the kind of details the car companies are picking up these days when you drive
Mm.
home with your new shiny vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and who knows? It might be used in court if they can document activities based on the car's computer. I mean, you never know. It can get really. It's a slippery slope, like the article said. So, what else does it go on about here?
Into a shit show.
Right.
No, I
basically,
mean like the rest of the article.
What the
well,
fuck
you're
is
right.
this?
Basically, the whole thing, again, like once you pay the subscription, the computer basically just tweaks the settings so you basically get more power out of the car. Like once you pay this,
Mhm.
that's
You
the sort
will
of thing,
own
and
nothing and you will be happy.
right. And that's like they're basically gonna increase the power of the car without voiding the warranty, without voiding the manufacturer warranty. And that's why I said, why I proposed like one of the solutions to this, if you don't want to pay for it, is to jailbreak the car. So it always, would. So I would think it's, you run the car at full power without paying the fee.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive shit show.
I cannot wait until cars have to always be connected to the internet.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Well, we already have GPS, across the globe. I mean,
But
there's
the
that.
well, the problem
GPS
is...
is something different. I'm referring to a proper actual internet connection. Full
Oh,
on,
Yeah,
yeah.
every Tesla.
always
sure.
connected, otherwise the car will not function at all.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Tesla and all that stuff is notorious for this sort of thing.
Especially when it needs a fucking update. It's shit.
Yeah,
I wonder if. Do you think that messing around with the power output might be a danger to like their batteries, like exploding or something, like might go wrong,
Honestly,
or no?
Okay, look, Avira, when it comes to the company itself making these updates, there's a less likely chance, and I'm just going to say less likely chance. But
Mhm.
some idiot just turning around and punching in a few different numbers, there's a potential that it could either reduce the battery's life or, far worse.
Or also, let's not forget about the fact how, there are people out there, such as engineers, specifically electrical engineers and computer scientists.
Mm-hmm. Who can do what?
And of course, when they get their hands on this car, they're gonna have the time of their lives with it.
Yes, but and let's just say, here's the thing. I don't know much about modifying electric cars, but when I think when you crank up the power, it's gonna make it go faster. It's gonna do all of that. It's gonna, burn through batteries unless you crank up, you swap them out or something. And even then. But the problem is, electric cars and all the computers are basically like they have like a crap ton of, you would think, safeguards.
Oh,
to
you
make sure that
think?
all that shit,
Oh, you
doesn't
think?
happen. Yeah, not to mention, Tesla basically put a safeguard if you install a modification that Tesla itself doesn't approve of, and your car just ends up getting bricked because of that, because the onboard computer doesn't like it.
So basically, your car becomes a Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch 2, not Nintendo Switch 1.
Exactly.
Nintendo Switch 2 are the ones that basically we don't like that, banned.
Yep, of course. Imagine that on wheels.
Console, banned.
And of course, just look at it wrong.
Banned.
Yeah. And now, of course, I'll take that concept and put it on cars. You run over a pothole, well, guess what? Your car's a fucking write-off. Oh, bless you. But speaking of which, there's also another car that is worthy of a mention too. Dodge, in the last couple of days, had released an abomination with a Charger. They made it electric vehicle, which the motor roaring is all fucking recording. I wish I was fucking joking.
What?
Wait a minute. So you're saying that Dodge made a new electric car?
Exactly. So let's say you press on the throttle, which make a car go vroom vroom, right? But on an EV, it's all a fucking audio file.
What? It's an audio file.
Yeah. I wish I was fucking joking.
That's so funny. What the hell? Just to give you that feeling. Oh my goodness. What the bonkers?
Yeah. And I have so no funny, words. Man. Yeah, I have no fucking words.
I love it.
The Dodge. Are you talking about the Dodge electric sports car?
Probably that one. Probably, which is a fucking disappointment.
Audiophiles are going to want to rip those vehicles apart to find out exactly what kind of sound system they installed for that.
Oh, they're going to do that. I can see people fucking with it.
Here's the thing. Cars were designed specifically to produce a specific sound. So each company had their own specific sound, so they'd make sure that their new vehicle would sound just like that or a variant of whatever sound they're trying to go for. But going to the point of installing a stereo, it would have to be surround sound. They would not get away with doing mono.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much power would be wasted running the damn amplifier on that thing? I mean, yeesh.
And then you wonder why electric cars have a range problem.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, here's the thing. As you know, sound and electric cars has always been at odds with each other because electric cars just feel soulless because there is no noise when they just, except like a whizzing sort of noise when the car goes.
The most an EV does on noise is when it goes reverse like a UFO.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that. But
you never heard that?
That's a good... No, I've never driven in an electric vehicle before, like ever. I heard one once, and I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I've also, just popped up, looked at the Dodge website, and I know just the pictures of it just, makes me, gives me that father disappointment look.
Oh, goodness.
The logo
So-
is
oh,
changed too. What a fucking
Did they ever
letdown
change
this
their-
is.
Did they ever change their logo for Pride Month? Are they one of those? Like, did Dodge do that or no? Well, probably not this year. Right?
No, they
I
made it into a
remember,
fucking
like,
triangle.
there's only Pride Month this year was like a lot quieter. Thank goodness for that. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But at the really, I guess at the end of the day, with all of this and electric car issues aside, the whole idea of car and a subscription based model is indeed concerning, because you're right.
Yeah.
Like you are, it wouldn't be a thing to guess that we're heading towards a slippery slope where you won't own the car. You will have to subscribe to be able to even drive the car.
Dude, could you imagine if you don't
Creepy.
pay your subscription, the car just drives itself away to the nearest dealership?
It could.
Yeah.
It could.
Right,
If we
because
get to
the
that
onboard,
point.
we're heading towards an era of automation and people wanting to do like autonomous self-driving and autopilots.
Now, hold on. Stop giving Tesla ideas about how to get their cars back when people don't make repayments.
Well, yeah, about that. Well, let's just say
I'm sure
that.
Elon thought of that.
Yeah, well, that's only part of it too. And well, Elon is only one person, right? Compared to the vast number of people behind all this clown show. And of course, they just violate, someone like that. Well, I mean, they're gonna be pretty pissed off too.
Hmm.
Right?
Now,
Yeah.
it's got. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, I know the whole car thing has its issues as well, because, at the end of the day, people just basically either buy the car outright or just take a bank loan and all of that. Whereas if you introduce the subscription model, where's that going to lead to? In the midst of how car ownership, how people afford car ownership, or
It kinda,
non-ownership in that case.
Hang on. Why have car ownership? Why not just
Right,
rent?
exactly, right? Because you're subscribing, you're paying monthly to be able to get the car, even though even if the car is in your driveway.
So you don't own the car.
You go with
No.
the Adobe model. You pay far more than you're supposed to.
And
Right,
therefore,
exactly,
For,
therefore
for
junkyards
this
are going to be
business
all
model,
empty.
for this business model, like for this example that they're doing right now, the problem I see is that there is those features are already in the car. Like they already exist. The functionality is there. You don't have to buy like a physical hardware, right? It works. It's in the car. So if you already
Yeah.
bought and own the car, why do you have to ask permission to turn on the features in your car that are already there that you already paid for? To turn them on, and then if you don't keep on paying for it, then the company can just turn it off. What the fuck? This is my property. I own this car now.
Or
Why the hell are you
worse.
turning off my system?
Hey, Vera.
That is completely intrusive, and I think that's entirely unethical.
Or
Yeah.
worse.
Not good.
Let me throw my hat in your topic over there too to say that if they make your car required to have an account, they could just ban it. And look at that. Now it's a brick hunk of junk in your driveway.
I wonder if they did like testing about their customers, like if they took any polls and say, "Hey, these are the new features that we're planning on introducing. How do you feel about this?" And then they got some customer feedback. And
Heated
who of the
seats.
executives in this multi-billion-dollar company thought that it was a good idea to do this? I'm wondering, like, did they think that they would make more money? I guess they did, like with the subscription service, obviously.
mean,
but did they think about how that would impact the customers, though, and how that might decrease sales?
In this
right?
case, I get what you're trying to do. But in this case, imagine you're a car maker. I think I'm going to offer a different angle here. Imagine
Okay.
you got you're a car maker. You got cars to sell, and then now in the modern car landscape, you have the regular model, and then you have the sports model. And if you're buying a normal
Mhm.
car, you either pick one or the other, right? You buy the normal car or the
Right.
sports model with all the the more powerful engine and some of the fancier bells and whistles. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the subscription model is basically like you get this one car, but if you want extra power out of your electric motor, for example, you pay a monthly subscription fee, and then the thing unlocks the extra power fee. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like the little difference in that sort of business model. Is it a good idea? Well, I honestly that's the big argument now. Is it though? Like from a
I
car
just
maker
had
standpoint.
sorry, I just had this really wonky idea.
Yes.
If criminals want to get away from the police, all they have to do is pay an extra $50.
Right, and then your car just basically unlocks the extra oomph. You're like, you know what? It's like
No, my-
I'm getting pursued. I need extra power. Like pay thing or unlock. Yeah,
GTA accessory add-on.
Yeah, it kind of
yeah, and then
reminds
like
me of the.
yeah, and then the car's stinger just unlocks and boom.
Quickly pop it
no,
up.
and then
Police are
then the
after
speaker,
you.
the
Would you
audio
like to-
file plays.
Well, not only that, but it's also the
Yeah.
fact how.
Vroom vroom as it blares out the speakers because it's electric, and the cops are like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Well, I mean, you're
guy's
just
out.
giving away your position like that too. Yeah, and again, it's all gonna be
Oh,
a fucking
goodness.
letdown. And you know what? I mean, it would not surprise me if years on down the line, people go to junkyards, right? They see all the dead cars and whatnot. They just buy the cars and start rebuilding them, and oh, look at that, a reliable gas engine car.
Well,
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
gas station cards. Well, I don't think we're there yet.
Gas
Thank
powered
goodness. But
cars.
no, but the thing
Yeah.
is though, like even like even a petrol car isn't doing the whole subscription based sort of thing. Thankfully, as well, like in a junkyard with petrol cars, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Well,
Now,
unless you're an electrical engineer, I mean, the dead car that you just revived from the junkyard, there's not going to have the amenities that the cars from the present times would have. Let's say,
that's right, but
yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
like
But
heated seats
because
for one. I mean, you're gonna
now
have
here's the
to
thing,
wire the buttons and everything, the right voltage and all that fun stuff.
right?
Wait,
but
how
here's
many
the thing.
voltages do cars usually have? I thought it was all just 12 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 12 point. I mean, let me get nerdy for a bit. So your battery has a 12.7 volts, but if you consider the alternator, which is the generator of your car, then it goes up to 13 volts and up, depending on which model there is too, because your rotating magnets, and rotating magnets creates alternating current, which passes through a diode that makes direct current. There you go. Nerd ran over.
Oh, oh, Gil. So, all right, then you might know this. 'Cause I always thought that a car battery was a lot stronger than just 12 volts because it can really give you a nasty shock. A 12-volt battery can't do that to you, like a little one. So, like, how many volts is it? Isn't it like
So,
in the hundreds?
I mean, you can look at the labels on your car batteries. So the main numbers that you should look out for is called the CCA, or the cold cranking amps. And as the name says, amperage. So
Okay.
it's not just voltage; it's amperage, voltage, amperage, resistance. The path that it takes to which, if you were to hold, the positive and negative cables of a battery, well, you're closing a circuit, and your heart becomes a resistor.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, that's right. That's not good. So what I'm saying, man, is like the 12-volt battery, like the little ones you get, like the regular ones, compared to a car battery. I thought a car battery is basically filled with a bunch of like acid and multiple smaller batteries. Or no, I'm thinking maybe that's the electrical vehicle, right?
You're
The EVs, like they have like dozens of batteries. Yeah.
yeah. So
So how many
here's
volts is that? That's got to be a lot of volts.
well, good point. Yeah, there's a lot of volts too. So
I
the
think
difference,
some majority of EVs are like, what, 52-volt
yeah,
motors?
I mean, it's EV
52.
volts are welded cells of batteries into a package that are also electronically connected. But your traditional car battery, it's a chemical reaction that happens on the inside.
Yeah,
That well,
and it can give you a nasty shock that could. It might kill some people if they have a weak heart.
or a pacer. I mean, electricity can still hurt. I mean, or kill if you're, let's say, unlucky with it.
All right. Do we have any comments in the audience? Any questions,
Uh,
guys?
No,
Anything
that's
you want to
okay.
shout out?
I haven't seen
No?
much
All
for
good?
now.
Nothing. That's fine. But that's fine. We've got something to keep
All
going with because I think we're going to zoom away to the next item we've got, and this is
All
going to
right.
be a bit of a sidetrack. So
You mean that?
let's drive on over. Yes. All right. Now this, I mean, yes, this is a bit of a driving topic still, but it's a little different this time. So perfect sequencing, I'd say.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. So once again, yes, Peter is at it again with the complaints. And they're complaining this time about the new game called Mario Kart World. And of all the things they complained about, it is about a nose ring from a character named Cow.
Yes.
Amazing.
What?
Scroll
Right.
down. Scroll down
Like
so people can see.
Now Peter are urging Nintendo to remove the nose ring from Cow because the nose ring basically glosses over real world cruelty to animals in the meat and dairy industries, and the
Huh?
nose ring causes pain and discomfort.
Huh?
Yeah. It's abusive. It's bad. It means you're a victim.
Wait a moment. So you're telling me? So they're telling us that having a ring through your nose means that you belong to something. Is that right?
No, dude.
No, I
You-
think they're
you know,
referring to the
I
fact
bet
that it
you-
causes discomfort
No.
and pain to the animal.
Jesus.
I bet you the person that wrote this article has a nose ring. That and
Well,
so does her girlfriend.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
They both do.
It's published by a dude, Ryan Hijack. And
Okay, so his boyfriend.
and
sorry.
he's probably like his boyfriend wears a nose ring, and he just
Yeah, they
basically
both have
gets off
nose
on it.
rings, and
And they probably just get off
Or
on it, and they basically like pull each other by the nose or something.
yep.
Hmm.
Well, no, it's just because like all the snowflakes have nose rings, or like a lot of them do for some reason. Mostly women, but some dudes too. Like you can always tell.
Right, because
It's part of their ghetto.
yeah, no, like some. I mean, I once worked with this one employee a couple years back. She had a nose ring, all that stuff. I mean, of course,
Mhm.
to say nothing
I
about
mean, not everyone that has a nose ring is like alt crazy wokeness backwards
right.
nonsense.
It's
Most of the time.
it's an aesthetical choice, but
Yeah,
but
more common with
but it
millennials.
seems to be a common stereotype that people with nose rings have some sort of crazy bent.
no, it's just that all the people that do have a crazy bent, most of them have nose rings, or it's a
Right.
common thing amongst them. So it's easy to make that association. So
So now, what is Peter got like? Why did they have a beef about all this?
yes, what did they
Peter's
do?
problem with Cow's nose ring is that they claim in the real world, nose rings are used by the meat and dairy industries to exploit, control, and even drag cows and bulls to their deaths. Okay. Workers
What?
repeatedly stab these brass rings through the sensitive septums of cows and bulls, which can cause lasting pain and discomfort.
What?
What?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Right.
Well,
They claim also the dairy industry will also clip spiked nose rings on baby cows so that the comforting act of nursing from their mother causes a pain and the baby is rejected and kicked away. To control bulls, a chain might be fastened from the nose ring to the bull's horn for even more pain-driven control.
Huh?
that has been used for centuries. Yeah, so that one I've seen that before. They're like, yeah, okay, that's a thing that people do. It's not common nowadays in civilized areas, but it's still used.
Yeah, so you're telling me that the people that have nose rings, they're sup- you're telling me that they're supposed to be pulled by their nose rings. Is that what you're telling
No,
me?
I'm saying no. The article is saying that because this one character in this game has a nose ring, that she is somehow a victim, and this is celebrating the victimization and slaughter of animals because the dairy industry is evil. That's what this article is saying.
Good lord.
So take that what you will. If that, yeah, that's it, man.
I
As
think
a
if
summary.
Peter wanted to be taken seriously, they would have done a PSA about why it's wrong to use this as sort of like a stereotypical sort of fad. Instead, they had to go full ball.
Or how they just go for anything just to try to be relevant anymore. Oh my fucking god, dude! What the really?
Yeah, I- it's it's like a career or an obsession, you know. Like they're a professional complaint, like a professional Karen. Like they have to complain
Right,
about
like
something.
because remember, like
Something
they had like they had like the past couple complaints. Remember how they got them salty all over Pal World? Like they wanted
Yeah,
to veganize it.
To
yeah,
veganize
'cause
Power Word. I remember that one, yeah.
yeah, they did.
And it was fucking
Oh my
retarded.
lord.
I can remember when Peter turned around and put out an open letter to a fur con asking attendees not to use real fur.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
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 that was
yeah.
way back.
Yeah, I still remember that one. Or their version of Pokemon that they released. I mean, I'd turn around and say, look, an organization like this should turn around and they should have, build their own animal shelters and take care of animals their own way. Oh, wait, we found out about that. They like to shove dogs in the freezers to euthanize
Yeah.
them.
So, so Peter is not the good guy here.
Right.
Well,
Never
And
Peter
was
is not to
and
be
never
taken
will be.
seriously.
and here's the thing. Like some people on the internet have also said cow in that game is not an ordinary cow. Remember, how is cow like sitting on a go-kart, driving it? Maybe if cow is capable of doing that, cow might have been capable of getting that nose ring on their own.
Inserting it themselves.
Exactly.
Right, and getting it like pierced by a professional.
You know what?
I mean, she
I'm
can
just
talk and drive, and
yeah. You know what? Speaking of which, I'm just going to be a little extra spiteful. Let's give us a go here to my good friend E621. I'm not going to screen share. Let's see how many posts there are of people with cow. There is 50,000 cow
No.
Oh
Like
boy.
you're
photos.
basically what you're no, let's not go there.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait, probably 50,000 just for that word, but
Just for
oh
that one
goodness.
word, basically. But
You can type cow as in the character from the game, and then
and then that would be
gotta be
it.
more
That would
specific.
be you get more specific results.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Like if I typed in cat, but I was thinking of cat from a specific movie, like or a specific show, like Cat from Cat Dog. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
are
But
there other like characters in other games and or brands or logos that have a cow that has a nose ring, like in like milk brands that have that? Probably right, or like the bell
Oh
around
my
their neck.
God.
Oh, is that speciesist too? If a cow has a bell on its neck, that's like a sign of oppression. Is that going to be the next thing they're going to complain about? God, right?
it's crazy because
That's
now like I've
probably.
seen that what's it called?
Oh boy.
Players also complain a lot of things like they got the absolute shits of a game called Hunting Simulator, and they
Oh
actually
no.
instead wanted the game Hunting Simulator to be a to trade guns for cameras and make it about photography.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's going to go well for the actual community. Joel, I sent you a photo to bring up on live stream. Link.
Well, yes, but
Oh right, yes, it's
This is what Avira
it's
said.
the thingo called Skinny Cow. Let's have,
skinny cow.
Oh, there is one. Okay.
okay. Let's have a
I'll
quick look
send you
here.
guys some too, but also don't open it on on stream too.
All right.
Don't want to
so
get people
No.
get pissed off about that.
There's no nose ring, but it's going to cause the
Okay.
body positivity movement to basically lose their collective shit.
Oh my
boy.
goodness, she's in the same pose. You know what? She has good genes. I mean, yeah, or good cow genes. Damn,
You know,
look at
people are gonna
her.
make
My
people are gonna
goodness, yeah, she's fit.
people are gonna
She's
make
a
porn of
skinny
that.
girl. All right.
Yeah, people are definitely gonna make porn of that.
That's that's so funny. All right. Well, okay, probably. I mean, you know, Rule 34, man. It is what it is.
Yep. Yuppers. Oh Lord Almighty. So Jolt, what's next on the list?
Think-
Ooh, you know what though? I think we got all the time in the world, don't you say?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it
Why
is
the
right of a
heck?
prize. Yeah.
Why the heck not? Right? Why the heck not? Hey Vera, I think you might want to lead this one here because you've led something here. You've sent me this one here, and it's a recent trend that people are changing the
Mhm.
icons back to Clippy, the paperclip in various
Holy
Microsoft
shit.
programs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lord
Okay,
Right.
so we
Almighty.
got a
So,
couple minutes to wrap this up. I mean, for no mistake.
all right. So basically, we have Clippy, the paperclip, is taking over profile pictures across the internet, and this is true in protest of big tech. Basically, it says no to AI age verification, and this is specifically on things like YouTube and Twitch and other platforms. Where YouTube is trying to say that after the year, well, now, like 2025, accounts made now and then afterwards, in order to, because right now, new accounts, they're going to assume that you're a child unless you verify that you're not a child by showing your like ID to YouTube to show that you're like 18 or older. See, that is very intrusive and just not appropriate. And other companies are starting to do this too. There are other types of verification where, like earlier, they would want you to like show a picture of you and your parents and like or your birth certificate. Some companies were asking for it. It got really bad. Uh, so now on YouTube, for example, one guy he's an animator and he makes cartoons. So if he makes a new channel, he was verified in 2023. Like, what's going to happen with that? He doesn't have an ID. Anyways, basically, guys, for the last like a week and a half or so, maybe even less than that, if you've noticed on YouTube, especially, there's a lot of clippies all around, especially like on videos about AI and like the overreach of companies.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, this is basically all over YouTube right now, and I don't know, it's just one of those trends, little protest things. I didn't really know what it was, but it's pretty cool because they use Clippy as like an analog of like what it was back in the day compared to now, like what AI is supposed to be used for, like as a helper. Clippy was always there to help, and he didn't have ulterior motives and whatnot, stuff like that. So they
And
kind of get into the lore of Clippy. It's a very interesting way of protesting to like bring
Right.
back, something that we thought at the time was really cool AI that was good, and now it's become something bad, and we want something like Clippy back.
Right, because
I
well,
think
I
it's a
mean,
cool message.
who was
I like
old
it.
enough? Who was old
Hmm.
enough to remember that little paperclip when you fired up, like, say, a Microsoft Word or any like program like that, Excel, PowerPoint, and then there it was, the
Oh yeah.
familiar old paperclip we all know
Me.
and love.
I feel
Yes,
Yep.
ancient
me
now.
too.
I feel old.
I know, me
Yeah, and
too.
for a while, most people, but we always joke that he was so annoying because he's always pop up in the middle of nowhere. Hey, I noticed you spelled this word wrong, or hi, um, he'd always like offer little tips and stuff, and you can always talk to him. But it didn't push anything. He was just like a helpful friend, and it was very simple AI, but at the time it was very impressive. And because that was at the same time when like AOL had their chatbots and stuff, and that was really cool too. Spooky, but anyways. What else does
Mm-mm.
the article go on to say here?
I
So,
mean,
why does everyone on
realistically,
YouTube
it's
have a Clippy?
yeah. So people are now changing their icons to this just to
Hmm.
people are rallying against data harvesting, for subscriptions, AI overreach, erosion about the right
Hmm.
to repair, and that sort of thing. Because planned obsolescence and like everything that is currently wrong with how businesses, deal with their business models in modern technology.
Yep.
Oh God! Not to mention all the mess, that it just snowballed
Yeah,
over the
and
years too.
all that sort of stuff. People don't like being locked out of certain features because they were paywalled off.
hmm
I'm looking at you, Volkswagen.
Not to mention the fact how you used to own the physical media back then,
Right,
only
and
for them,
again,
to eliminate it and say, "Oh, it's the future, guys. The cloud is gonna be all the future."
But yeah, so if you're scrolling around on YouTube, I mean, check it out. Like, there's so many. Like, I've seen it all over the damn place. Especially videos about Elon Musk. Like, if you know where to go, like, you'll find people doing this.
Yep.
How he became the
yeah,
face of the fight against
and
big
again,
tech.
like
Hell
they're
yeah,
basically,
man.
they're doing all this stuff, going on Twitter, changing their icon, and then saying Clippy would never do so and so thing. They would never, lock you out of a thing or something, or basically sell your private personal data to on all that stuff.
Yeah. Clippy was great.
Sure was.
And now he's back after 25 years. Good lord. Or more.
People
What,
prefer
30
that
years?
a nuisance over bloody modern stuff.
Except, the problem is, that there was a similar one too. There was I'm sure you remember this one by the name called Bonzi Buddy.
Oh,
Oh, I
that
removed that from a few
sounds
too many computers.
familiar. That
Yeah,
sounds
problem.
familiar. I mostly had Clippy, but
I mean, the thing is about Bonzi Buddy was, well, he was a virus. He was a fucking virus. That,
yeah.
yeah, your computer
I
would
never had
work
that.
normal for a bit, and then it would just shit itself.
Oh crap, that sucks. Yeah, I have heard of that, but that wasn't on Windows, was it?
Yep.
Yes, that was a Windows
Oh
product.
sure.
Well, not
Oh
Microsoft's
damn.
product, but it was a product only available on Windows.
Oh, oh yeah. Just so
Goodness.
to break your computer so you can go back and buy a new one, and then the cycle
Yeah,
repeats.
Oh no, back then computer repair was a little bit more common.
Oh yeah.
or you could at least compare your repair your own computer back then.
Yeah, like if
Nowadays it's getting increasingly difficult.
right, because even then, like back then, if a component failed or whatever, you can just swap it out, no thingos, without going through a gazillion extra steps.
Or how if you were
Mhm.
to, let's say, use the specs on, I mean, like tweak the specs on a Nintendo Switch. If you didn't do it the right proper way, then the Switch would just, shit itself.
Yeah, but now like in the modern world, phone repairs have basically like become a very, very complicated thing, and nobody ever really wants to touch it. You can't like because back then, who was old enough to remember like if your phone battery was shit, you could just get another one and swap it out.
I miss my
Oh,
old Nokias.
I know, me too.
flip phones, I remember those.
I still remember when I could
Yes,
just
my
open.
flip phone.
Yeah,
I
like
miss
I
it so
remember the
much.
days I could just open the back of the casing, unplug the battery and do the whole thing over again.
Blackberries were the same to a degree too, but, well, and Androids kept them for a while too before, well,
Hmm.
they went down the dark path.
Mm.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
But
technically, you could still, replace a battery of, let's say, an iPhone, but it's way more complicated than it has to be. Let's put it that way.
that's the
Uh,
problem that that modern phones are plagued with. You have to take all these extra steps in order to swap out or even be able to dislodge the battery housing.
oh, look at Avira, they were the flip phone.
Yes, my baby.
Oh man, I that
Now
takes me back.
this still
Those
works
phones
and
take me
everything.
back.
Yeah, like the battery works. I have a charger for it and all that. But the thing is, my phone number changed, so I had to get like a smartphone. So I can't use this anymore.
Yes,
Fucking
yes. There
bummer.
was actually a bit of a catch with those over there when let's say that whenever the change happened from BlackBerry to then smartphones, a whole lot of technical stuff did happen. So you would have to, I mean, like a lot of lines need change this and that and whatnot too. And in layman's terms, it was a technical pain in the ass.
Amen.
All right.
Amen to that. All right.
So, I'd say we've hit the end of it because with timing, Noble's got to get going soon. So, Noble, let's say you wrap this one up. Like, what have you got to say about this week's stuff?
I think it was a complete clusterfuck. I don't like the idea that I'm going to be watching the detective show, but I'm still going to try to do it.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Gil?
So, yeah. I mean, from everything that we talked about, it all just boils into the same fucking pattern. It's all a poorly planned, soulless cash grab, especially the cars too, which not only did you spend a fortune to get a car, but you pay more to keep the shit that you bought for keeps running. This doesn't make any fucking sense, Uh, like,
Yeah.
why?
And
Why?
this is
Seriously, why?
it's all about the money. But yeah, but apart from that, though, last of all, Evira.
Oh, well, thanks for having me back again this week. I'm not sure if I can keep on doing this, but so long as everything works out schedule-wise, I think I can. So that was cool. Yeah, I was, let's see, where to start. TFF. See, that's not a furry con. Basically, it's a political theme. Well, it's more like an LG. Okay, it's a pride con that's furry themed. That's the best way to describe it, right? A pride con
Agree,
that's
yeah.
furry themed. Yeah, so it's furry second. And like I said earlier, I think it's going to be probably about 50% or more will be themed about all their gender stuff, and that's all the charity is going to be all about. Like it's not going to feel furry anymore. It's going to feel so like radically into this swirling rainbow. So there's that. Hey, you know what? If you want to go to it, go to it. I mean, personally, I think they've just overstepped. I think they went way too far with all of the theming, all of this.
Yeah,
They're
back when,
they're way in too deep, and it really does. It's off-putting. To us normal people that just want to go to a furry con and escape reality. Instead, we're bombarded by this same stuff that we're trying to get escape from, like even worse. So I don't. It's not for me personally. What else do we
yeah,
have? Well,
yeah.
I would say the subscription service. I already basically said everything I wanted to say earlier about the subscription service for a car. So to end all that up, I would just say avoid Volkswagen. Then don't buy a car that does that. Don't even
Well,
interact with a company that does crap like that, because that's no. If you buy something and you own it, you should not have to pay to turn features on monthly to a company when the features already exist in the car. That is
well, they're not the
bonkers
only
and
ones.
overreaching and stupid to me. But I'm saying, well, companies like that, fuck that. And
Agree.
then
Yeah, I agree.
let's see. PETA is just the gift that keeps on giving. Every goofy thing that upsets them is just hilarious, and I love it. That this is the newest thing that the nose ring on a cow represents oppression and animal abuse, and oh my goodness, this is great. This is so so. Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh goodness. And I
Yeah.
guess to sum everything up, I'm not going to change my profile picture to Clippy, but I respect the movement and the kind of lore behind it. What it's really about, because I think AI, it's kind of spooking people out. Hell, it spooked me out just a few days ago. I just discovered this new program that turns a single image into video clips, and it looks like it's not. It looks real. Like some of them look dead ass real. Like they do. And if you were to post this like 5 years ago, no one would even believe it. Like it's bonkers what this crap can do. So yeah, I get why some people would be kind of apprehensive about the pace of AI and all that stuff. So yeah, bring back Clippy.
Yeah.
He was great. And
I
aside
mean,
from that, That's really all else I have to say.
Yeah. I mean, I just really appreciate the nostalgia, but all
Right?
right. So,
Oh man, good old Clippy.
right. So that's all we've got for the week. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did making it. As always, you can find our episodes on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Player FM, iHeartRadio, BitChute, and more. That's us for the week. Farewell until next time.
And until then,
Bye.